Oh my god, she's actually wearing a witch hat. Okay, I love that. We love that for her. I'm kind of jealous. It's actually, well, no, I wouldn't want an orange one, but hmm. Wait, is she literally just wearing this over her normal sweater? Wait, does she normally even wear a sweater? Uh, no news, but what? What did her eyes just do? No, it doesn't. Are we done, Isabel? Isabel, go back to your tomato juice. Ow. Okay, let's see. I feel like next time, yeah, maybe I'll just will I go back to Stardew Valley? I don't know. What? Under the floor? What? Wait, did I? Oop. I love how the title says Our Paranormal, but this is actually from our ghost stories. Whatever. Under the floor? What? I don't know. Where is the paranormal page? Hold on. I swear I had a paranormal page up. Hold on. For some reason I had our ghost stories up, but not our paranormal. Whatever. It says, have you ever heard someone say your name when no one else was around? I mean, I feel like that's a universal experience, isn't it? Just me? No? Kidding. Um, huh. I didn't really think they'd bring that up. I guess I always just assumed it was your brain, like, filling in the, what's, like, the noise equivalent of, like, negative space. I just figured it was your brain filling that in since there's nothing there. Okay, alright, well, apparently their version's a little spooky, because they said someone they worked with, hold on. I totally just... Woman I worked with heard it also, and we both turned around expecting to see someone, but no one was there. The other time I was by myself and heard my name clear as day, turned around and no one's there. Jesus Christ, there are 122 comments. Why? Uh, okay, that's dark. Holy crap, that's dark. So, old top leaf, who's marked as a skeptic, says, once when I was young, when I was home alone, I heard someone call my name from the pantry. It was more of a whisper, actually. Scrappy? Really? I don't think, is that the word you really want to use? Oh, look at the pumpkins. Anyway, a loud whisper, one that had a lot of breath behind it. Now, that pantry always gave me an uneasy feeling, so when I heard that, I ran outside and didn't return until my mother came home. Oh, look at Isabel. She actually looks super cute. Was she dancing? Anyway, my teacher back then was from Suriname. I told her that this happened, don't remember why, and for the next hour she talked about a certain kind of creature from Suriname folklore that calls out people's names to lure them to a certain location where it will kill them. Not to say that creature was living in my pantry, but it certainly didn't put me at ease. Jesus. Can you imagine you tell your teacher about this and she's just like, oh yeah, there's a spirit that does this and it'll kill you? Jesus. She just did not think this through. This is from last time. I didn't actually deposit my money from last time, so. No, I didn't. What are you talking about, your review? Uh, you said you were updating me on the Hawks, like, comfort sound thing, and you said it's okay, but the Dobby one is better. Ah, that's funny. I wonder if it's like made better or if you just like one of them better. I don't know. That's funny though. Someone said, "Why would a teacher tell you something like that when you were a child?" And enduring the God Hammer, you gotta love Reddit names, said, "In other countries, especially those that have old roots to this day, it's common practice to teach children about these sorts of things in order to protect them. My own grandparents did similar with me, and though I was terrified of the forest for the longest time, my grandfather also taught me how to be careful and respectful of unseen things." Yeah, like I know it doesn't really sound the greatest because it definitely sounds traumatizing for everyone, but it's to keep you alive. So, you know. You said you sound like you need to comfort Hawks instead. That's kind of messed up. That's funny. It's messed up and funny. It's one of those things. Oh, is it gonna be one of those days where I have to mute myself so I don't cough in your ear? Great. Joy. Joy to the world. Anyway. Okay. So Stellar Stiley said, "I'm in the US and there are cultural things like that still going on. For example, in Mexican culture, besides the kukui, oh yeah, there's a cautionary tale about sneaking out at night. Girl goes out dancing against her parents' wishes and has a blast dancing the night away with a handsome devil. She finds out he's the actual devil when she looks down at his feet. One is a cloven hoof, and if memory serves, the other is a chicken foot." Okay, but why would it matter if she was dancing with the devil? Like, okay, he's a good dancer, so what, is he gonna eat her at the end? Like, is it just supposed to be scary because, ooh, it's the devil? Like, he hasn't done anything but dance. He's been a perfect gentleman, sounds like, so why does it matter? It just makes it sound like they're racist against demons or something. Huh, I guess they are technically racist against demons. Anyway, I love how you said I'm coughing too, don't worry. You say that like people would actually want me to cough in their ear. Like, hello? No one wants to hear that. That's the entire point of muting it. No one wants to hear that. Someone said, "Do you want a child wandering off and unknowingly being killed by a folkloric being?" I doubt there was a child killing spirit in her pantry, but you know. Someone said, "I heard my mother call my name a week after she died." Uh, okay. You sure that was your mom? She would call my name when she needed something. I was home alone and it was totally quiet when I heard my name and realized it was her voice. Uh, okay. Are we sure? Hmm. Okay, but was it her mom or was it some kind of like mimicking spirit? What's it? Why are my eyes watering? What the hell? This is very annoying. Hmm. Darn. Hold on. Nope, we're not getting it. Okay, yeah, I'm not chasing it over there. It's just gone. Bye bye. Yeah, I guess you don't, but like I don't think most people what's the word? Tune into things just to hear someone like hacking and dying. Just saying. Or sniffling everywhere. Or clearing their throat over and over. Oh god. Are we ever gonna get this fish? This is terrible. Wow, how is it getting worse? Oh, fuck me. I don't understand how it's getting worse. How is it worse? Come on. It's all long and everything, too. What is it? I. What the hell is that? A ribbon eel. Huh. I totally thought it was gonna be a snake. Place item. Holy crap, that's big. That's kind of cool. Mm, this says, quote, should I be concerned? They posted it 31 minutes ago. Interesting. What do you mean your BF started to make you a germaphobe? Why? Is he like super gross or something? Or is he just super conscious and now you're super conscious? There's two ways this could have come about. That's why I'm asking. Wait, what? There we go. Ah, God. Let's see. What's this say? My BF and I moved into our current house in June. It's been wonderful to own our own home. However, the woods behind our house and the the bog? Oh shit. Okay. As my friends refer to it, leaves everyone on edge. Of course, this wasn't noticed until after we moved in. There's been a few weird happenings behind the house, but now things have gotten a lot closer. You moved into a house that has a bog behind it, and you weren't worried about there being dead bodies. Uh-huh. I'm judging you. Anyway, my friends and I were outside chatting at about 10 p.m. I was taking the trash out and asked her to come with me for safety in numbers. I mean, to be fair, if the trash ever has to go out at night here, I do ask my husband to either come out with me or stand at the door. But that's because there's so many stories of people being like kidnapped and murdered and like attacked for no reason that it's just common sense. Because it's like either he is going to be close enough to help or close enough to run over or at least close enough to be watching and aware of something happening instead of me just like, I don't know, bleeding out on the pavement until I die. So, yeah, there've definitely been times where it's like, oh yeah, it's super late, but this needs to go out. Can you like stand in the doorway or come with me? Yeah, do you know how many people disappear from their fucking driveway? I don't fuck with that shit. And this isn't a ghost thing. This is a like humans are shitty thing where people literally just get snatched. Like, no, fuck that. So I'm always just like, yeah, come with me or stand at the door or at least watch through the window, cuz people be crazy. And I don't really want to get kidnapped at ass o'clock. Just saying. I mean, no one wants to be kidnapped at any time, but you get what I'm saying. Fuck that. You know? Totally get it. Anyway, as we're walking, fuck this. She said, as we're walking, we both hear a child laugh or cry. What do you mean laugh or cry? Those are two different things. They're either laughing or crying. Pick one. Anyway, she said it's, quote, hard to tell because it's loud. Shouldn't that make it easier to tell? Laughing and crying sound completely different. Anyway, we stop and listen. It sounds like a toddler girl around 3 or 4. She starts calling Mama over and over. Sometimes she sounds close, and other times she's further away. My friend and I look at each other and decide to go inside. My friend starts to interrogate me. How many kids live on the street? One who's 12. Any Halloween decorations that speak? None. All are yard decorations and don't make sounds. Did you get goosebumps too? Yes. I hated being out there. Other than the toddler, it was very quiet and cold. Fast forward 2 nights later, and my friend is back at my house. We're sitting on my couch planning a party, and we both hear giggling coming from my yard. Fuck that. It was loud enough to cut through our conversation and scare the shit out of my cat. We sit there quietly looking at the door and hear Mama again. I pull out my phone and look through my door camera. There's not a single person anywhere around, and there's faint giggling through the camera. So I guess there's a ghost girl running around now. Interesting. Honestly, for some reason, I probably because of like all the bullshit that happens via true crime, I was honestly just thinking of someone using a recording of a child or even just imitating a child's voice, trying to lure you out there as like a ruse to like, I don't know, kill you, kidnap you, whatever. Honestly, my mind wasn't even on ghosts. I was like, that could be someone pretending to be a child, that could be a recording of a child. Um, you know, Like, it's crazy. I'm pretty sure there actually was some kind of case that I saw online where people were using recordings of a baby crying outside of women's houses at night to try to get them to come outside. Like, I'm pretty sure I actually saw some news about that. They just straight up had recordings of it. Yeah, so maybe make sure that it is a ghost and not someone trying to like traffic you. Stay safe, bestie. Yeah, as soon as she said that, I was like, nope, nope. I would immediately worry someone was outside my house playing a recording of a child. My mind wouldn't even go to ghosts, honestly. Which isn't to say that ghosts aren't real, but I would honestly be more worried about someone fucking with us or trying to hurt us than, like, ghosts, Like, that wasn't even my first thought. My first thought was, holy crap, is some evil jerk using a recording of a little kid to try to get her to come out of her house. That was my thought. And who knows? Who knows? Are these like ready? They are, but we don't have room. Okay, cool. So I need to go sell this stuff, and then I'll be right back. All right, what's Magic Hat say? Something about questioning your life. Um, we were watching a vid about airplane cleaning, and the amount of germs I saw made me question life. Yeah, they're kind of disgusting. Now you know how I feel, cause like everything's just so gross in the world. Like, I'm a germaphobe, and it's not like it's like crazy or insane either, because you can't even say it's an irrational fear, like when someone's afraid of milk. Cause like how many people have died of like measles or meningitis or the flu? You know, like you can't even be like, "Oh, it's irrational. That's not going to happen." Like it happens all the time. I mean, people don't die from milk unless they choke, but people die all the time from, I don't know, bacterial meningitis. So you can't just be like, "Oh, you don't have to take germs seriously. That's not a real threat." Like, yeah, it is. Like I knew somebody that died of pneumonia. You can't say germs aren't a real threat kind of thing. But no one's died from milk unless they're allergic. So, or they choke, they're not just gonna die from milk. It's totally different things. That's why it's like so hard to deal with because it's like, well, you're not just being irrational because like they can hurt you. And, most germs kind of exist purely to make people sick. So technically, the thing that's out to get you is actually out to get you, and it always is. So it's like you can't really like what do you do with that, you know? What do you do with that? Like you can't just say, "Oh, a person's being crazy" because they're not. You said you don't like swallowing pills because you're afraid of choking. Well, at that point, how do you swallow anything? Because you can choke on anything. I really. Why does it always do that to me? I mean, hell, you can choke on your own spit. Just saying. You can't really avoid swallowing anything. Ever. Is it just pills that bother you? This sounds so wrong, but is it just pills that bother you? Can't deal with pills. Well, hmm. I feel like I just kind of spaced out for a second. But yeah, what I was gonna say is so much of the natural world is, in fact, like horrifying and disgusting, so I don't even know what to tell you, fam. The comments are literally just someone saying they should try to get the laughing on, try to capture it on camera. Or, I guess, for them it really should be audio, but whatever. I'm just sitting here like, girl, just make sure that it's not someone trying to lure you outside. Because, like I said, that was my first thought. A living person trying to, you know, lure someone outside. Where did the. Okay, whatever. Came over here for the butterfly. There's no butterfly. Alright. Now there are three birds? What are these birds doing? They just keep multiplying. Far too quickly for it to be mating. And then Magic Cat, the conspiracy theorist, says, seems like the kid exists when her friend comes over. Are you insinuating her friend is doing it? Because, her friend wouldn't have a way to, play the sound while also being next to her. Like, her friend wouldn't be able to play the sound outside while being next to her. So, that doesn't really make sense. There'd still have to be another person. Like, even if her friend was pranking her or something, there'd have to be another person. What, you saying that she set a device on a timer? Like she set something to play on a timer? I guess that's technically possible, but it just seems like a lot of trouble for basically no reason. I mean, her friend wouldn't really have a benefit to making her feel crazy or haunted. Oh, for fu- There we go. Oh, you're saying you think it's a spirit attached to her friend. I guess that's possible. I don't see why not. I mean, she didn't say it only happened when her friend was around. She said it's happened twice when her friend's around. Those are two different things. I guess we'd have to wait and see how often it happens, or if it happens again, or if it happens when her friend's not there. Because this was posted 30 minutes ago, so it's not like we have like 8 updates or something. You know, she's just telling us about these two incidences. Hmm. There we go. Hmm. Open new tab. Dread in the woods. Dun 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 dun. 12-year-old son recently told me of an experience he's been having. We live in a highly wooded area. Why am I not surprised then? And when he rides his four-wheeler into the woods, he gets a feeling of doom. What, like he's gonna crash or something? His back feels numb and the hair stands on the back of his neck. On the sixth time he enters the wooded area. What? He says it feels like something's following him until he reaches a certain point and then suddenly it goes away. I mean, maybe it is. That doesn't mean it's supernatural, but there could be something following him regardless. Do you know how many wild animals live out there that he's probably disturbing with his thingamabobby? Yeah, that's creepy for a different reason. Because I would be like, is he being stalked by something? You know, wolves, a bear, a mountain lion, something like that? Like, I would be worried about him going out on his own and feeling like that. Because I'd be like, maybe something is hunting him. Doesn't mean it's a ghost. There's all kinds of creatures that live out in the woods that could take exception to him being there, whether they see him as prey or as an intruder on their hunting grounds. Like, yeah, I mean, totally could be in danger. Magic Hat said you'd be too scared to leave home. Hold on. And that's the thing. I'm not saying that it can't be a spirit or that it's definitely not a spirit. My brain just went to the like other creepy possibility. Because honestly, for me, oh yay! I didn't. I'm so sorry. I missed that Itachi said he was. Wait, what? Hold on. Why did I think I saw him come in? Huh. Whatever. But yeah, I'm not saying that it can't be. I'm just like there's other creepy alternatives that aren't really great either. Although depending on what type of person you are, I don't know what alternative is worse for someone. You know, because some people would be like, "Oh, well, the ghost is worse," and some people are like, "Oh, well, the prospect of it being such and such is worse." You know. Also, did I already say that their little their hats that they're cute, super cute? Magic Hat said you're more worried about getting kidnapped. Honestly, after all the true crime stuff that I've seen, I just immediately was like was worried that it was some kind of ruse to kidnap her, honestly. Like just after all the stuff that I have seen and heard over the years, I was just like, is she safe? Like is there a person playing a recording of a child trying to lure her out of the house, because there've been real cases where people have played recordings of like children and babies outside of women's houses at night to try to lure them outside for nefarious purposes. Like that's happened before, which is why I thought of it. That's why my mind went to it. That's why I was worried about it. That's why I was like, girl, I don't know if you even need to be thinking about ghosts right now. The ghost would be the good option. The ghost would be the good option. That's sad. To me, that's sad. Is it not sad that being haunted is the good option because the alternative is, oh, someone's trying to kidnap her or traffic her or murder her? I've just seen way too much true crime stuff where my mind just immediately was like, you know, is this something that could be being perpetrated by a living human being in order to do harm onto another human being? You know, like I was just immediately like, oh crap, is she safe? And it's not like I'm saying she should be happy if it's a spirit. Because there are several types of malevolent spirits in different folklores that also make themselves sound like children to like lure people out for nefarious purposes. But honestly, again, my first thought was about like a real living human being performing some kind of ruse. Because it's come up before in cases, you know? Magic Cat said she's planned ways to attack. I assume you mean like self-defense if someone tries to like steal you or something? I don't know. You said you gotta keep yourself safe, yeah. Yeah, because people are crazy. And I don't mean in the like flippant Hollywood way, but like people have so many like just the most awful, nefarious like schemes in their head for others, and I just don't. I don't ever want. Well, I would prefer that no one fall to these ever again, but I just don't want anyone I know, even like on the periphery, even tangentially. I just don't want anything to befall, you. Well, not you specifically, but like the general you. Of just like, obviously, I'd prefer none of that horrible stuff happen to anyone, but I'm just always so worried it's going to happen to someone I know just because of how common it is and how, like, how determined people are to be evil, basically. And I just always worry about the people I care about because, you know, this stuff happens all the time. You know, just the craziest stuff that people do, you know, like there we go. Okay, I'm back. Why was Faith chasing me down? Oh yeah, that is the one of the best and worst things about America is the sheer variety of ways you're allowed to arm yourself. Uh, yeah, the sheer amount of things you're allowed to openly transport. Did you say you're only allowed to stab people in the foot? How the fuck does that work? Hmm. Hmm? Hold on. What? This is dead person at corner store? What? It says my parents and other people have told me that someone died at a corner store near my house due to a case of misidentification and was shot. This happened before I was born. That is wild. What? I'm okay, that's a little weird. This happened before I was born. Now I work late and get home around 12, and it's hard to park in front of my house, so I need to park in front of the corner store. And I've had the strangest things happen to me. There's nights where I park and listen to music for a bit or on the phone with a friend so I don't wake up my family and have my car feel like it's being pushed from behind, and when I get out, there's nothing there. Okay, why are you just sitting in your car at night at like 12? You're gonna get murdered, bro. Or the police are gonna say you're suspicious and shoot you. Lord knows that happens all the time. Let's see. Once I was smoking and blowing the smoke out of my moonroof and felt someone hit my head with a stick or something and jumped out of the car and looked around and in the back seat and found no one there. Hmm. Okay. Yeah, I don't know why you would have had part of your car open if you're gonna sit out there. It just seems like courting danger. Um, Latest incident was a couple of nights ago when I parked across the street from the store and felt my car being rocked side to side and got out. Nothing was there, nor has there been any earthquakes reported in the events. Every time I get out and walk to my house, I always feel like something is following me. I think the store owner is catching on too because he set up a bright LED light that lights up the alley until 2. Not sure if he saw it on camera, but he's always been nice to all of us when we were kids, so I assume this. This has been going on for about a year and a half or so. Not sure if any of you can relate, but I was looking for somewhere to get this off my chest. Someone said this doesn't make sense. Why would you continue to linger in a car after parking it? This is what I asked cuz I was like this isn't safe. Why would you do this anyway? Like I know in an ideal world you'd be allowed to sit in your car if you fucking wanted to, but we don't live in an ideal world. And are you not afraid of being murdered? What the hell? Hold on. I genuinely can't even see it. Oh, there it is. This thing is getting on my nerves. No, not the tree. And now it's going the other way. Cool. Okay. God, we're not gonna get this thing, are we? Oh, there we go. Someone said whatever or whoever may be there isn't friendly and is letting you know that they don't want you there. I mean, fair. Eh? What's this? Um. Okay. There's an entire post about someone saying that they think they were spooned by a ghost. Um. Okay. Huh. Okay. Guess the ghost wanted to cuddle. Anyway, experience at work, it just says. The next one, not the one that I was talking about. Why does Blathers talk so much? God. Also, don't we have like 6 of these on the beach back there, so that's fun. My legs already hurt and it's literally not even been an hour. What the hell? Cutie with a dark soul. Oh. Another wonderful Reddit name. Oh god, and my head hurts. Ugh. Why? Did he say he didn't want them? He said he already had them, right? I honestly don't even remember. Oh, never mind. Cool. No, I'm gonna have to take something for my head. I'm not enjoying this. Huh. I did not expect to run into something that quickly. Where'd it go? Oh, okay. She does look a little silly. Isn't there a hole here? Huh. Okay. I thought there was a hole there. Oh, it's further up. That's what I'm thinking of. Okay. Alright. Let me just get rid of this stuff first. Alright, I'm keeping the green one for now. I don't know what's going on, but my legs feel all cramped up. No. Although apparently they're going to celebrate a few days early. Well, let's get her to stop by your house for. I don't even know what that sound was. Let's get her to stop by your house first. Okay. So there are 5, not 6, but whatever. Switch pane. No, I want to get rid of mine. I'm just gonna take them all over now. It's fine. I don't think there was another one, right? Totally forgot about this. Your ass hurts now. Yeah, why would I want ass pain? Are you special? No, why would I want ass pain? Or bites? Especially since I could be allergic. You're good, I'm sure you'll live. LMAO. No, I would assume not. Huh, so only one of them. Okay. Well, that's good to know. Sucks for us, but we can sell them. What time is it? Huh? Simple sunglasses. Hmm. You said you need to sue the bug. Dang, that was my first and only one. Okay, well, I am going to go get some pain medicine. Because I'm not having fun. I'll be right back. Okay. Hopefully that'll help. Because it's my head. It's interesting because I think my head, I don't know if it's like a migraine or sinuses or like both, but like my eyes are watering and my head hurts. But I'm also getting pain in like my knees and toes, so that's fun. uh, okay, let's see what else we can get done. I know we didn't really do a lot today, but oh well. Couldn't really breathe earlier. I was having like asthma trouble, so yeah. I might rename this video. I don't know. Video? Stream? I don't know. I guess it'll be a video later because it'll be a past broadcast. I don't know. Whatever. Same difference. Hmm. Oh, really? Stop. Let's see. Plate Chicken said, my first paranormal experience. I live in India, and yes, I know there are many stories about ghosts and gods and bullshit, but I don't believe in any of them. I'm an atheist. So basically, what happened actually scared me a bit. That's funny. They sound like they're one of those like virulent atheists too, who like think everyone else is stupid for believing in shit. But this was apparently bad enough to scare them. So I'm kind of delighted. I really want to know what they experienced to make them go holy shit. Because it seems like they're one of those atheists. You know, the ones that can't leave everyone else alone. Okay, let's see what they gotta say. It was after about a month after my grandfather's death. In the room in which he died. Whew, sorry, I'm still a little breathless from earlier. And the room which he died was closed shut. No, that's actually the way they wrote it. I guess the grammar is just weird because English isn't their first language. With lock for months with lights on. Don't know why. And my whole family was gone for some ritual to their hometown. So it was me and my little cousin for the whole night. It's a 3 stories house and is pretty big for 2 people. Sorry, I read it the way they typed it. That might make me a dick, but oh well. So every night was going normally. We eat clean, watch TV with my grandfather's lights on 24/7. But one night my cousin slept to his house because, and what kills me is they spelled because, BCUZ. Gotta love it. Gotta love just sounding it out in a literal sense. Because he had to do his homework, so I was all alone in the whole house. It's interesting that they misspelled because, but then used the correct version of whole, because you know there's whole and whole, WHOLE and HOLE. Anyway, I woke up at 3 after hearing some noises that almost sounded like a bell. A bell? It's random. I was pretty sure it was the sound, the sound of the LPG cylinder striking against the wall. What the fuck is an LPG cylinder? So I just sat on the bed to see what was happening. The cylinder was very heavy to be moved by a rat or the wind. Another strange thing was I couldn't see the light of my grandfather's room being reflected by the wall of the hall room. I could see it across the room every night, but tonight it was dark. We have inverter and my room lamps were on, so it was unlikely it was a power cut. Inverter. Okay. Says now I was crazy scared. I shoved my face into the blanket and start reading. So I'm not saying that out loud. Um I'm not saying that out loud. A day after the incident, I experienced some health problems. What? How is this related? He's saying it's been 3 years since the incident and their legs have been tired since then. I'm like, what does that have to do with anything? What? What? This doesn't make sense. Are you real? I feel like you might not be real. I feel like you might not be real. I don't know. If you're real, then I don't understand how these two things are related. You're like, his light went out and then my legs were tired. What does that have to do with each other? But you might as well have said the light went out and then the sky was blue the next morning. Like this, how is that related? They're not relevant. I'm so confused. And then my legs were tired. Okay. All right. Then rest them? I don't That makes no sense. Uh I'm not saying it. I'm dying over the person who said 3 years and you haven't gone to the doctor. Look, bitch, maybe they're poor. Talking about why haven't you gone to the doctor yet? Do you think everyone just has doctor money? Especially without insurance? Like, what? This is a judgmental comment. It's like, why haven't you gone to the doctor? You got doctor money? Also, is the light going out the only thing that happened? Because I feel like that's a pretty weak encounter. Like, that's it? Maybe they're not as much of an atheist as they are claiming, because that's it? You were like, the light went out and I woke up tired. I'm like, did anything else happen? Like, I don't know. I feel like this was anticlimactic. That's kind of a letdown. One of the posts is literally just my dog died. What? That's sad, but I'm not really sure how that's relevant. Loud growl at 4:20. Yo, it's because they want to blaze it. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I haven't even read the post. Ah. You said you know me trying to figure out what they read is helping stop my mind. I'm not sure. Sorry, that was the stove saying it's ready. I was gonna say, I'm not sure I'm even allowed to say what they were reading. Like, it's kind of bad. I mean, it's probably super tame in comparison to, like, half the shit people say on here, but I don't really want to risk it. It's kind of risque. They were reading something very spicy. Does that is that helpful? No, it was not a prayer book. It was not a prayer book. Someone might have been saying Jesus, but it was not a prayer book. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Ah. No, it was very much not a prayer book, and he was saying it was rather graphic as well. So, uh, yeah, didn't want to touch that with a 10-foot pole. I need to go put the fish in. Doo, 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 doo. I'm just gonna sell these because apparently they're like duplicate fossils, so he won't accept them. So I'm just gonna sell them because I don't want them. I don't even know how much they're worth. Apparently not that much. That's kind of sad. You said reading is the best to clear the mind. LOL. Let me go put my let me go put this fish in. It's cod, by the way. Anyway, I'll be back. All right. What'd you say? You said, which reminds me, someone needs to do extra spicy Tommy story. Of course you're on about that. What, the comforting one wasn't enough? Okay, well, something behind you said loud growl at 4:20. I'm still awake as I'm writing this, but about 5 minutes ago there was a loud growl. I mean the type that would make you jump out of your skin. It freaked me out and I'm still freaked out by it. At first I thought it was my dad snoring, but this sounded far too loud and it sounded right outside my door. I'm the only one awake in the house right now and this isn't the first time my house has felt weird to me. Any ideas? I've got nothing. And that's it. That's all it says. This says, I don't know what I saw, but I saw something out in the corn. The corn? Yo, really? This is some Children of the Corn shit? Fuck that. This is by Requiem Zero a day ago. I live in New Zealand. My family loves to do corn mazes every fall. Even if we all scatter for work or life, we make a point of at least meeting to do a corn maze every year. A few days back, we were out at a corn maze on this really old farm. It's been there for forever, and they do corn mazes every year. Fuck that. I'd gotten separated from my brother and mom. I tried to say mom and mother at the same time and somehow said mom instead. So that's fun. And I couldn't hear any other people. Oh, hell no. Couldn't hear any other people in the maze. Mm-mm. I looked through one of the walls to the next path over and I could swear up and down I saw a little. It was like a plant almost, like four legs made of green parts, like the branch that connects a leaf to a flower, but longer. All do all of them, huh? I assume they mean all of them, but it says all do them. Covering to connect a single stalk that pointed up. Okay, there wasn't any anatomy to it. It didn't have a head or arms. At the center stalk was a thin twig, and it was not that big. I don't think you'll believe me, but I saw it moving and walking for a few seconds, and then it moved out of sight. But it was moving on the other path, just on the other side of the corn wall. I don't know what it was. I can't find any mythology or stories that seem like this. I'm not making this up. I just want to know if someone has heard of it before. Edit. An indigenous friend of mine claimed their great grandmother spoke of a similar creature called a corn walker, which is a spirit of some sort. Interesting. I've never heard of it. I'm just glad it wasn't some kind of children of the corn shit where they got eaten or something. Or where they almost got eaten. Excuse me. If they got eaten, they couldn't post about it. Literally, all I could think about was you really saw something walking in the corn. Someone said, I think sometimes entities don't realize someone is there watching them sometimes. I believe you, but also don't know what it was. Then there's someone saying that sounds like a stick man. I've never heard of someone talking about quote unquote stick men. Besides, when you draw stick people. Someone said, I believe you too, but don't know what it was. Some cultures believe all plants have spirits. Okay. I mean, yeah, that's true, but I don't really know how that's helpful. Girlfriend and I heard a whisper in both of our ears last night, which startled the dog, still freaked out. My cousin Greg. I love that his screen name is just Cousin Greg. Hi, all. This will be much less exciting than some of the incredible posts on this sub, but I'm still freaked out and wondering if someone has experienced something similar. I'll keep it brief. Last night, my girlfriend and I were laying in bed. We were wide awake chatting. Finally, I turned the light off and rolled over to sleep. My dog was laying on the floor right next to my side of the bed. Okay. Second, after I rolled over, I heard a crystal clear whisper right in my ear coming from the direction of my girlfriend. Not even half a second later, my dog spooks and starts barking at full volume. It's the protector bark. She was clearly spooked. I thought my girlfriend whispered something to me which set the dog off, so I rolled over and my girlfriend asked me if I heard the whisper too. She didn't say anything. The whisper sounded female and was very fast, so I couldn't make out what it said, but it was right in my ear and right in my girlfriend's ear too. Okay. For what it's worth, all windows were closed. Our phones were in sleep mode. The neighbor's wall behind us is decently insulated, and the whole house was closed down and locked up for the night. We also just moved into this townhouse 3 weeks ago. There aren't any pipes that run in the walls behind the bed, and the house was built in 1971. I did a sweep of the whole house afterward, and everything was normal. I know it's nothing compared to what other people have experienced, but does anyone have advice on what to do? I want to feel comfortable in this new house. Similar experiences welcomed. Okay, well, Government Alarm 260 says I had a similar experience. Went to sleep in two separate rooms with my girlfriend because we had an argument earlier. So I guess they're trying to say they were trying to sleep apart, but they said it in a weird way. At first, I heard a small whisper through the door calling my name, but very quiet and hardly noticeable. The doors were facing each other, but the living room was between. I opened my door and saw hers was closed. Went back to sleep, didn't say a word the next morning about this. My girlfriend then told me if you wanted to apologize, just go ahead, no scratching the door and calling my name at night. I was completely freaked out and told her everything about last night. My aunt who lives there for the rest of the year, it's our holiday house and she lives nearby, so she stays here often, told me that there were some kind of good spirits. I don't know about this story, but my mom's very afraid of this house and she never sleeps alone here. My parents bought it 20 years ago. I personally don't feel bad or anything in this house, but this event was quite frightful. Interesting. Has your mom explained why she feels that way? Clean Hustle asked. Government Alarm says, tried asking her multiple times, but she refuses to call it weird or paranormal. I think she experienced something similar. Sometimes at night we hear whispers and loud whistling from downstairs. I'm not afraid of these things, so it's fine for me. Meanwhile, your mom is just traumatized. Grand Introduction said townhouses and apartments are usually haunted, in my opinion, due to all the people and energies that come and go. It's possible it was a wandering spirit that was just passing through places. It's more common than you think. Some people are oblivious to spirits or chalk it up to something else. You can. She's telling them to burn sage. Turtle Dive said auditory hallucinations, especially when just falling asleep, are totally normal. Two people having the same auditory hallucination at the exact same time, however, is not. The dog freaking out could be because she was reacting to your reactions, but it could also be because she sensed something. I'd pay close attention to her behavior. Interesting. I don't know what to think. I'm just reading the comments too. Huh. What do you think, Magic Cat? I didn't even see that balloon at first. I wonder if I can get there in time to catch that tiny fish. I'm trying so hard to like get to shore without scaring it, but we'll see. Scooby Dooby Doo, where are you? Got some work to do now. Y'all remember that from back in the day? No? Okay. Magic Cat said Magic needs to stop her brain. Also, the entire reason I thought about the Scooby theme song is because Magic Cat said Scooby Doo shit. Hold on. Oh, for. This is so stupid. I'm trying to cast so that. Come on. Is it an anchovy or a seahorse or a? Yay! It's a seahorse. Cool. You said you love Scooby Doo. Oh my god, I had so many Scooby Doo tapes on VHS. Do you remember VHS, Magic Cat? You should be old enough to remember VHS. Actually, no, the what are they called? Gen Z, they've started hitting their 20s, so actually you may not know what a VHS is, but uh yeah, I think the oldest Gen Zs are like are they're actually like 23, 24 now, right? Right? Okay, but you actually do know what a VHS is. Cool. Yeah, grew up I was on the tail end. It's not like I'm like ancient. I was on the tail end. I was right before they started transitioning to CDs? Yeah, CDs and DVDs. Cuz I had VHS and cassette tapes for the like beginning part of my childhood. Then somehow midway through they started changing everything, and then suddenly everything that I remembered from when I was younger was like defunct or whatever, and they were like talking about these like new and improved things, and now the other stuff was outdated or whatever. They really demoted it to outdated like super fast. And I'm like, it's been 5 minutes, it's not outdated. Hey hon, I did a food. I I made food. What do you think I mean? Oh, you're gonna finally give him the thing? Okay. Give him my regard. I don't have anything else to give him, just that stuff. Love you too. Bye. See you soon. Oh god, she's chasing me again. Sorry, he was talking about taking lasagna to someone who treated us to dinner a few weeks ago. Anyway, what'd you say, Magic Hat? Oh, you called me a grandma. You said the only VHS you had is of your birthday, right? I read that. Then you said, yes, I know. Hey! Then you said, I've been trying to find something to put my VHS tape in. I want to know if it works to show my kids and grandkids one day. I mean, I'm sure, I don't know how easy it would be to find in your country. It could be more or less easy depending on, like, just how easily older electronics circulate, but I know here you could probably at least find someone selling it on god, what is it called? eBay. Whereas someone might be selling an old VHS player on eBay. That's the only thing. Because I don't think they sell them in stores anymore, like eBay or maybe a pawn shop or I don't even know, like a yard sale. And even then, I don't know if it would be working. I remember my mom's house, we actually still had the tape rewinder because I don't know for y'all who may hear this later who like are not used to VHSs, but it doesn't just automatically start over like a DVD. You actually have to rewind it. And you can do it by hand. It's just a pain in the ass. So it's easier if you have the little like machine to do the winding for you. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, I had to deal with an issue. Ugh, stupid sinus issues. Why is she chasing me anyway? What's she want? Hey, let's chat again, Faith. Do I even have something to give her? Aw. She actually looks really cute with those. Okay, so anyway. Oh, wait a minute. What? Already? Sorry, that's the oven saying my fish is ready. BRB. Okay. Yes, it's cod. 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 So, it smells really good. And the rice is gonna come out in like 7, 8 minutes. And I don't really have to take that out. It's just, it's gonna like sing. Y'all have heard it before. I've made rice enough on here. It'll sing, and then I will just like basically go over, turn it off so it doesn't continue cooking the bottom because then the bottom would burn if I, didn't turn it off. So just like turn it off and stir it. And then basically the only thing left to do would be to cook the vegetables. I've already seasoned them and put them in the pot, but they need like, I don't even know, 7 to 10 minutes to cook. And I can always do that later. What I'll probably do though is just turn it on, and since it basically mostly just needs to steam, stir it every little bit. Like, I don't really need to leave. Mm. But yeah, it's basically just, it's like a bag of like pre-assorted vegetables that I'm cooking. It's like broccoli, carrots, edamame, water chestnuts. I don't remember if there's cauliflower or not. I don't think there is. I think it's just the broccoli, the carrots, the edamame, and the water chestnuts, but there might be something else in there. I don't remember. But anyway, I seasoned it. I seasoned it with soy sauce, sesame oil, sugar, pepper, and garlic. And it's gonna taste really good. You said ew, no vegetables. Well, if you don't eat vegetables, you're gonna die. Like, I'm just gonna be real with you. If you don't eat fruits and vegetables, you can't just eat meat and bread. You will die. Anyway. Mm. But yeah, that's just the way I chose to season them this time. Because sometimes I cook them with like salt, pepper, and rosemary. But this time I wanted to do this like set of flavors instead. So right now it's heating up, but it hasn't really. I did go ahead and turn it on. I'm watching it. Once it heats up a little bit, I'll go stir it. Why would you haunt me? I tried to keep you alive. You killed you by not eating vegetables, okay? Why would you choose to haunt me anyway? Why not choose to haunt? Don't you? Yeah, you do always come by at the awkward moments, don't you? Huh? Oh, is there another package? Of course. Just slap it on the table. Jesus Christ. Thanks. What do you mean you'd haunt me because you're bored? Rude. Also, it's not frozen. She's gonna linger in the water for a hot second because I'm gonna go over and stir my vegetables. Just because I don't want them to burn or anything. Mm. Still hasn't really heated up yet. Smells good though. Mm. How many? Okay. Hmm. Oof. I'm honestly surprised the rice hasn't gone off yet. It hasn't, right? I'm not crazy. Well, I guess I wouldn't be crazy anyway, but I'm like, I didn't miss something so obvious, right? This is a weird encounter with a question mark. One day a few months ago, I went to the bathroom. I got out and saw my sister in front of the door, but she looked quite odd. Okay, there's the rice. There we go. Okay, anyway. Let me just finish reading this. She looked quite odd. And her skin was not as usual. It had a weird tint. How do you misspell tent this way? Teint? What? Of green. She didn't say a word and looked like she was afraid. I walked past her and went to the living room, and I remember thinking to myself, she's weird. My blood froze instantly when I saw her sitting on the couch. Who was the person in the bathroom? It's impossible to get to the bathroom without crossing the bedroom and the living room. I was so scared I didn't go back to check. Was it just some kind of hallucination? Besides that, I have no rational explanation. I've never had any kind of mental illness or hallucinations before. What could it be? I mean, I couldn't it just be one of those mimic thingamies that y'all are always on about? Yeah, rice. All right. Ugh. Where is the rice spoon? Here's the rice spoon. Cool. Okay. Fuck. Thank God nothing broke. Phew. Cancel. Mm, there we go. Whoo, that's hot. That steam is hot. Mm.
That should be enough stirring. Yeah. It's just so that the rice at the bottom of the cooker doesn't overcook, basically, or burn. Okay. Whew! That steam is hot. It's not hot enough to burn someone, but that steam is hot. Okay. Yes, child. Oh my god. Let's see. Hmm. Looking for a better post. Someone said I think the school I work at is haunted. Bro, schools are always haunted. Also, no, you can't haunt me. If you try, I will banish you. Or maybe I won't. Maybe I'll trap your spirit inside of something and you'll just be stuck in a little bottle forever. Hmm. I mean, that seems like something a naughty spirit would deserve. I mean, who the hell just randomly bugs someone as a spirit just because you can? Don't be a dick just because you're, I don't know, see through now. Just saying. Spirit version of fuck around and find out. Go in thinking you can just torment someone and they just put you in a little bottle. Ah. You said at least send you to BF. Why are you assuming that you're going to die so soon, slash that he will outlive you? Bro, what if he died first? Not to be like morbid, but like, you don't know. I mean, to be fair, we don't know how long any of us are gonna live. Like, for all we know, there could be some kind of weird solar flare tomorrow that destroys the whole planet. Like, we don't know. You know, nothing's promised to any of us. Nothing's guaranteed. We don't really know how this is gonna play out. Again, like not to be super dark, but 1, 2, 3. You said if he goes out first, his spirit is welcome. I mean, I guess if a spirit is like nice, kind, benign, whatever, if they're not actually trying to do harm to you and your family, then there's no reason to be aggressive towards them. I don't want someone to haunt me just to haunt me. That seems weird. Like, why? I'm cold, but I also chose poorly. It's like I'm cold, but it's definitely probably because of my poor decisions. I mean, bruh, I'm wearing what basically amounts to short shorts and a crop top underneath an overly long, like overly large t-shirt that's like 5 times bigger than it needs to be.
Of course I'm cold. But yes, this is, I think the school I work in is haunted. Who posted this? Dunno Dee. Dunno? Really? Dunno Dee? Okay. Hi everyone, gonna start by saying I generally don't believe in the paranormal or ghosts, etc., but I've been working in this school for just over a year now, and my perspective is beginning to change. Okay. I don't know if it's the right place to tell this, and if not, please guide me to the correct one. I think I'll start by explaining the school. It's based in London and is very old school that has been there for almost 100 years. Oh, yeah, that shit's haunted. The school is massive, 3 floors and loads of classes and rooms, etc. So my first experience started with something completely small and insignificant, but made me think more. I'm a PE teacher in the school, and I was in the school for a holiday club. This means there was no one in the school other than me and my team and the children we were working with. The children are not allowed upstairs or anywhere without us. What happened was I was outside coaching and I looked up to the third floor and there were papers in the room fluttering in front of the windows. Okay. This could obviously be explained by I guess they mean like a draft or open window, of course. The strange thing is that at this point we had no access to the school top floors and they're locked and alarmed. The alarms will go off if any windows and doors are opened. The main thing that happened to make me think, wait, what? Why did they say this so weird? The main thing that happened to make me think happened. What? 2 days ago. Um, I was walking upstairs to my office in the second floor. We now have access to all floors. Okay. And I heard a person whistling. All right. Those whistling stopped as soon as I came off the stairs. Excuse me. As soon as I came off the stairs. And just a reminder, there's no one in the school apart from my team, and definitely no one on the second floor. Are you sure there's no like maintenance, no janitors, no facilities management or whatever that could be there? The next thing is that I left my office and walked to the second floor staff room, which is directly across from my office, and on that work I heard a child giggle. There's absolutely no way any of the children were on the second floor, and I heard it from downstairs. Oh, excuse me, and no way that I heard it from downstairs. My bad. There have been other strange occurrences, but this is the first time I've been unable to debunk it. You left English club? Huh. Are you happy with that decision? I'm not judging you. I'm genuinely curious. Are you happy with the decision? Because I know you were struggle busing. Also, the stove is about to go off, so I'm going to go check on my vegetables. Da, 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 da. There's like 20 seconds left. Yeah, let's go over together. Actually, let's go over together. Oh yeah, okay. 4, 3, 2. Just take that off. I feel like it could do like another minute and then be done. Like another minute or two. Hmm. Okay. You said, yeah, want to get myself together by sport. What do you mean? Want to get yourself together by sport? Also, Hope 1995 said, this story is so old that it could be either a false memory or a real paranormal experience. Anyway, I think it's still fascinating to share. This story happened 23 years ago. I was 5 at the time and my brother was 3. My brother and I woke up after suffering some kind of sleep paralysis attack. There were these dogs biting down on our neck. We both woke up and ran to the bathroom to find red marks. My mother also saw those marks on my neck. Dogs scare me and I'm fearful of them. The idea of a demon dog the idea of a dog demon and watching things about Dog Man makes everything worse.
What is she talking about? Dogman? I don't know. What? This post just says death whistle question mark. I accidentally bought a couple of different death whistles. I was wondering if anyone had experience with actually blowing one. What the hell is a death whistle? That's all that Nice Stretch said. That they bought a death whistle. Oh, you plan to join a sports club to make you exercise. Okay. I see what you are saying. You said, not surprising, me being disabled has been an excuse to not work out and have confidence. Okay. Okay, I see what you mean. Did you just say Lucy puppy? Are you excited about this? Wow. I don't even know what to say. I really don't know what to say. I'm gonna pull it off of the fire because I feel like it has cooked long enough. Cool. Perfect. Yeah, that seems like that's just a perfect timing. Awesome. Awesome possum. Okay. Well, the food is all done and he is not here because he said he had to go back and I mean I already told you. Anyway, more what? More the love. You said a three-headed dog, more the love. That's a Cerberus. That's not Lucifer. That's two different things. What are you talking about? That's two different mythologies. This one says, anyone here with good knowledge of Jinn or have something they would like to share? So, this is by Western Scale 9822. And I already read the title, but they said Jinn are the paranormal entities Islam recognizes. They have free will like humans and can be either good or totally evil. It usually is advised not to mention them, to not. What do they mean by this? To not trigger them, as in to not like gather their attention? Because otherwise they're misusing the word trigger. And also not to make fun of them. Okay? I mean, I feel like no one likes to be made fun of, so that's kind of common sense. Since it would definitely get them angry. You can say the equivalent for non-Muslims is demons. That doesn't sound right, because Magic Cat, you've talked about demons and jinn. So that sounds not right. I just want to know if there's anyone here who has a jinn story. I believe they encountered one. Because what they were saying didn't sound like what you told me earlier. I was like, what are they trying to say? You said a pup is a pup. Trying to think of the pup that exists in our belief. That's interesting because as far as I have seen, like
obviously not from like a Muslim or Arabic language perspective, but like from like an English speaking Western perspective, I've never actually seen someone from like that end of it equate them as the same. Like every time someone talks about it, they'll say, "Oh, Muslims have jinn." They don't say like, "Oh, jinn or Muslim demons or something." Like, you know what I'm saying? Like no one I've heard of has talked about them in that way. Like they see them as different, which is interesting. It's so interesting. It's honestly probably Western people's tendency to exoticize everything and differentiate everything so that they can go, "Oh, that's different," if that makes sense. But yeah, like they don't consider them the same. Cuz I'm also just thinking about cuz like I'm not Christian, but I was like raised to be. Like my that is the faith that my mother professed and wanted me to be and like what her family is. And there's like no concept of this. They don't recognize jinn at all. It's just fascinating. I mean, it's a different religion and culture. Of course it's that like that makes sense. It makes sense that they don't conceptualize it as the same, but at the same time it's also like they don't talk about them at all. They also treat demons like totally different than you treat jinn. Cuz like didn't you say something didn't you say similar about how they can be good or bad, but like for us when I was growing up, like if it was a demon, it was just considered bad. Obviously, I'm not Christian now, so I don't really care one way the or the other if demons are good or bad. But yeah, it's just different. Huh? Well, yeah, but you have to do your thing and all, don't you? I don't care if you do it or not. I mean, obviously I care if you do it. I don't care if you do it first. Just tell me which one you're doing. Because if you want to eat now, then I'll get off now. But if you're still going to shower first, then I'll do this till you finish. Just tell me what you're doing. You said you will shower first? Okay. Just don't take 30 minutes. Anyway, let me see what Magic Hat said because I feel like there's so much. I'm gonna have to stop swimming so I can read Magic Hat's messages because I think she sent like like 3, 4 different things that I have just not seen. Give me a second. You said you'd be offended as a demon. No, they just don't see Jin as the same. Or like to them, Jin is like just a Muslim thing. I'm using air quotes. I mean, I'm sure different sects of Christianity see things differently, but yeah. And hey, I didn't say it was right or wrong or weird. I still think it's fascinating that you said that like for y'all demons can be good or bad. I feel like they'd be horrified if you told them that there were good demons. It's funny. You said you're about to go to court defending demons. For what? Defamation of character or something? Yeah, from the Christian perspective, a demon can only be an evil entity. And that all demons are bad. Although they seem to be divided on whether or not demons are the same as fallen angels and whether or not they like had any sort of active rebellion or if they were always evil. Like it really just depends on the sect of Christianity what they believe about angels and demons. And you'd be surprised how much about heaven, hell, angels and demons that people do or don't believe that has no biblical basis. Like one of the things that that's like canonical is like how fucking weird they look, right? But everyone seems to forget that. Hmm. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if some people saw them as like fairies or something, honestly. Speaking of which, do y'all have like a concept of like fairies? And if so, how do you see fairies? I'm very curious. God, I still have a headache. At least my bones don't hurt anymore. Interesting. Do you have any kind of like folkloric spirits, or did Islam kind of just drown out the like pre-existing culture and say that no other spirits exist? Genuine question. Cuz like for instance, people in England over the centuries became Christian, but they still had stories about say brownies. So it really just drowned out all stories about anything else. That's kind of sad. So how do they deal with like the existence or sightings of other like spirits or creatures? Cuz not believing in something doesn't stop it from existing. So how do they react when they encounter stuff they can't explain? Like for instance, if the Quran didn't support a belief in ghosts, but y'all are confronted with ghosts, how do you deal with that? I don't know. How do you deal with that? I mean, there are some Christians who don't believe in ghosts, so it's not like I'm like accusing you of anything. I'm just like, how do you how do they deal with that? Like what do you do? I feel like it kind of does a disservice to people because now they don't have any tools to deal with encountering certain entities because they're told they're not supposed to exist. Well, if it goes ahead and exists anyway, what do you do with it? Like how do you protect yourself? You've heard scary shit here. What does that mean? Oh, fucking take the bait. Come on, fish. I wonder what kind of fish it is. Ooh. I haven't caught one of those in a while. You said I can't really tell you since I haven't dealt with it. Mostly it's thrown to demonic activity. Which of course means their problems never actually get solved because if it's not a demon, dealing with it as a demon isn't going to get rid of it. Cool. Good to know.
Just curious. I mean, the same things happen with the Christians, so it's not like I'm accusing you of doing anything wrong. It's just, I feel like if someone's belief in spirits is too limited, it just leaves them vulnerable and unprepared when something doesn't fit neatly into their little cookie cutter vision of what a spirit looks like. But that could be said of multiple faiths, so yeah, I feel like the original folk tales, folk stories, just little things. I feel like those are sometimes the only things that like save people. That's not even the most offensive thing I heard people back home say, dude. And again, it's not that I agree with them. I'm just telling you some shit they have said. I did not say I agreed with it. Anytime I tell you something someone said, that doesn't mean I agree with them. It means they said it, and I'm telling you they said it. That's it. I have not even assigned a value to it. Although a lot of the shit that people said back home was just straight up offensive and wrong, but I'm just telling you what people said, okay? I'm just telling you what people said. It doesn't mean they're right. It means they said it. That means they said it. I've legitimately met people who more or less think every other faith besides Christianity is somehow quote unquote satanic. And that is so deeply offensive on at least 60 different levels. I don't think I need to explain why that's offensive. It is so highly offensive. And I don't know how many times I've heard someone say that from like back where I came from. Like it was just shockingly offensive. You know the like stereotype they have of like super rural country southerners? There's a reason it's a stereotype. Like God. I'm so glad that you never have to meet those people. Oh my god. Like I'm just you have been spared. You have been spared. You have. Genuinely some people are just assholes. I told you before that one time I wanted I don't even know why I asked cuz I knew I wasn't going to get it anyway. Well, actually, I don't think I even asked for it. I think I just said like that's pretty. I don't even think I asked for it. I think I just said that's pretty. It was like a pretty moon necklace with some like decorative swirls. And she was just like, "Oh, that looks satanic." I'm like, "It's the fucking moon. How is the moon satanic?" Like it's just the dumbest shit, you know? You fussed at me when I didn't. When I covered it or closed it, you didn't like it. Now that I left it open because you were fussing about it, you don't like it either. What do you want? Which one do you want? Pick one. Pick one, bitch. I can't do both. Fucker, when I had it closed, you asked me why it wasn't open. You get on my nerves. Pick one, bitch. Pick one. I did mix it. I mixed it twice. You don't seem like it. Do you even want to eat, fucker? I just eat all of it. I do love you. You said, can you get in a call with her? You have some words. Honestly, I wouldn't even want you to. You'd be exhausted by the end. It just wouldn't be worth it. She's just. I wouldn't want to subject you to that. You deserve better.
All right, let me put her money up. Deposit full amount. Yay! You said you would be too excited. I. Hey, girly. Wait, wait. She's so cute. Little ram. Okay, anyway. I guess I'll just leave her. I guess it doesn't really matter where I leave her, but. Alright. I know, she's. I never said you'd like these people. Just saying. Anyway, I'll be back tomorrow. Wow, I love how this just doesn't want to go back on the cradle. What the hell? Cool. Save complete. Alright. Anyway, Magic Cat. I'll see you tomorrow. You said you couldn't take her to court. Do it. Do it. I encourage you. Alright. Huh? Why can't we beat up people? He said don't be beating up people. I'm like, boo, let's do it. I'm kidding. I'm not allowed to encourage violence. Anyway, see you tomorrow. We're gonna have dinner. Bye. Thanks. Enjoy your food too the next time you have some. Well, cause it's like ass o'clock for her. It's like 3 a.m. or something. Yeah. Bye. Oh, also he says hi. Don't you? Okay then.